India has just added 2 more new Ramsar sites into the list, making it a total number of 96. Hello everyone, welcome to Law Excellence. This is Prathyusha. In this session, we're going to discuss about the 2 new Ramsar sites that have been added to the list. And before that, we're going to discuss what is a Ramsar site, what are the criteria for the Ramsar site, and why the Ramsar site recognition is very important in India. Now, when we see the first thing, what is a Ramsar site? Now, these Ramsar site was basically an international important wetlands are been there, and we have a convention called as the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, which came in 1971 and came into force in 1975. And India has signed this Ramsar Convention in 1982. And our first Ramsar site was Chilkal Lake. Before going into the Ramsar and the category, let's also discuss what is a wetland. Wetland is considered as a transitional zone between the terrestrial ecosystem and the aquatic ecosystem. But yet, in this region, aquatic dominates the terrestrial factors. And this wetland is having large number of activities have been there. For example, it is a flood control barrier, it is helping us in the nutrient upcycling, removal of the harmful chemicals and the pesticides, hydrological balance, groundwater recharge. We have n number of benefits are being present with this wetland, and wetland is one of the important regions where we find large amount of biodiversity is being present. Now, through this Ramsar site, we are trying to conserve these wetlands in India and also in the world. So here, basically, the convention is been focusing on the conservation and the wise use of wetland. It also provides the national action and also the international cooperation on the wetlands recognition and protection, and it also focuses particularly on the wetlands which are very much crucial for the water birds. For example, we have the waterfowl that has been present. Now, these are the importance of the Ramsar sites, Ramsar Convention as a whole. Now, let's see what are the criteria for the Ramsar site. Now, whenever a site or a wetland has to be recognized as a Ramsar site, it has to have 9 different categories. Now, either of one, it can be qualifying and it comes under the wetland category and the Ramsar site category. Now, first few of the conditions we will discuss here. First thing, it should representative and it should have a rare and unique type of wetland. It should be rare on its own. It has to have a special unique characteristics should be provided. Second, it should support vulnerable, endangered and the threatened species. Now, this is where the importance has been coming. We are trying to protect the wetland so that the habitat is being protected for these type of species. Third, they are supporting the crucial population in the biodiversity. Fourth, there is a crucial habitat is being provided for different life cycle stages. So, we have different type of stages have been present in the animal. Now, here they are trying to provide the different types of lifestyle changes. Not only this, there is also another type of category. That is where we have the water bird specific category has been there, where this type of Ramsar site, which is a wetland, should regularly support 20,000 plus water bird species should be present. Not only that, 1% of the global population of the water birds have to be present in this wetland. Now, these are some of the categories, criteria where a wetland is being coming under the Ramsar list and into this Ramsar Convention. Now, let's discuss the 2 new wetlands that are being included in the list of India. The first one we have here is the Siliserh Lake in Rajasthan. Now, this Siliserh Lake of Rajasthan is present in Alwar district. Now, when we see this lake is an artificially made lake or man-made lake in the region. It is present on a dam where we have the Siliserh Dam on the Ruparal River. Now, this is present near the Alwar district of the Rajasthan region, and it has basically been constructed during 1985 period of time. Now, it is basically supporting large amount of migratory species in nature, and basically those who are been migrating from the Central Asia. And then also the resident species of herons, egrets and the cormorants. Now, these are some of the species that are regularly present. We told now 1% of the global population has to be present in this wetland. Now, this is where the criteria is been coming up and why it is being qualified. So, first one, it is representing rare freshwater wetland in the semi-arid western India. Now, this is where the prominent has been there. In the semi-arid climatic condition, there's a rare kind of wetland. Yeah, in the previous slide, we have discussed what is the criteria. Rare kind of wetland has been present. Second, it provides habitat for the water birds during the migration. Now, one such a species that is being present, we call it as black stork. Now, this is one important species that is being present in this type of wetland and it plays a major role in the regional hydrological stability. We already know Rajasthan, in this region, large amount of semi-arid climatic conditions has been there. Now, this wetland is providing certain amount of hydrological benefit, water resource to the people in that region. Next, we will see the second site. Now, second site is present in the Chhattisgarh region. This is where we have the Kopra Jalashay. Now, this Kopra Jalashay is being present in the Bilaspur district of Chhattisgarh, where it is belonging to the Mahanadi basin. Now, here when we see what are the criteria. Now, when you see, one of the important of this site is that it is the first internationally recognized Ramsar site in the Chhattisgarh state. It's the first one, remember this. And it is very important for the biological conservation, sustainable freshwater management and also enhances the wetland representation from the central India. Now, this is where we have the total number right now is been moving towards 96. You can see every year we have many different wetlands have been added to the list. Now, basically remember in the UPSC, maybe in the 2026, we may not remember all the 96 wetlands in India, but yet the last edition, recently the 20 that are being added from 75 till 96, the addition that has been occurring in this wetland, now those can be concentrated. In this year, whichever wetlands have been added, now those can be concentrated and will be safe during the UPSC of 2026. Now let us also see what are the different or what is the importance of the wetlands in the India. Now, why we have been recognizing this and what is the importance that is being present in India. First one we have here is the biodiversity conservation. Large number of water birds have been there and large amount of migratory species habitat has been present in this region. So, conserving this wetlands will provide the conservation of the biodiversity. Then second, water security and the hydrological condition. Wetlands are very much important for regeneration of the aquifer and also creating hydrological balance. They also control the flood activity in that region. We have large amount of water security and hydrological importance can be increased. Third, ecosystem services. Now, wetland is one where we are been providing fisheries, agriculture, livelihood of the local community is being provided. Now, that is being secured through the Ramsar sites. Then climate regulation. Wetlands are also a carbon sequestrator and also mitigate climate change impact and also regulate the local climate regionally. Next, international recognition and the support. Now, whenever a Ramsar designated site is being present, we are having large amount of global visibility is being increased. Potential funding will be increased. Large amount of scientific collaboration has been there. Technical support and the campaigning will be helpful in the protection of these kind of wetlands. Now, this is where we have a total understanding about the Ramsar Convention and the two different wetlands that are being added to the list. Now, let us see one practice question regarding the wetlands. Now, let us discuss one practice question for the UPSC 2026. So, here first, with the reference to the Ramsar site, consider the following statements. Ramsar sites are wetlands designated under an international convention signed in Iran in 1971. Second, a wetland must satisfy at least one of the prescribed criteria to be designated as a Ramsar site. Second one. Third, Ramsar Convention is legally binding on the member countries to be prohibited all economic activities in notified wetlands. Which of the following statements given above is the correct one? Option A, 1 and 2, option B, 2 and 3, option C, 1 and 3, and option D, 1, 2, 3. So, do comment the right answer. With this, you can have a comprehensive understanding about the recently added the Ramsar site and also what is the Ramsar site and the convention. Thank you.